Never before has so much damage been done to so many by so few. I've turned from disappointment to genuine fury at Rishi Sunak. I don't think this guy loses a wink of sleep worrying about the problems this country faces. I think he's using his position as Prime Minister as a line on his CV and a stepping stone to Silicon Valley. I'm starting a sweepstake on how long it is before Rishi Sunak moves his entire family to America. Today we saw one of the most duplicitous things I've seen from a Prime Minister on immigration, and this clip sums up why we have such a big problem.
Well, I'm very clear that the levels of net migration are too high. They need to come down to more sustainable levels.
Our new high potential individual visa means that if you're a young person who's graduated from a global top 50 university, you can just come to the UK and stay here with your family for 2 years to just explore, work, study, invent. Nothing like that exists anywhere else in the world.
Those clips are taken just hours apart. I mean, it's ridiculous. He's not even trying anymore, is he? Opens mouth, soundbite over here. OK, different crowd, opens mouth, completely different soundbite over here. The only thing I've seen him get genuinely turned on about is artificial intelligence. I mean, he's more turned on by artificial intelligence than a bloke who actually owns an arsenal of sex robots. Kemi Badenoch, Secretary of State for Business and Trade since 2023, President of the Board of Trade and Minister for Women and Equality since 2022, has piped up today.
I'm certainly in favour of us doing whatever it takes to bring the numbers down to a sustainable level. This is not something that I'm being mealy-mouthed about. But what I don't want to do is go into the specifics when I don't know what the plan is. But I certainly will be pushing for the strongest measures possible.
Ah, brilliant. So you don't know what the plan is. I mean, you're a flipping cabinet minister. There isn't actually a plan, is there? There isn't. And there are some unconfirmed concerns, and I think this is something that's worth paying attention to. That Rishi Sunak's in-laws founded a company called Infosys, which has garnered the Sunak family incredible amounts of wealth, whose business model reportedly relies, or certainly is helped by, soft-touch immigration laws and finding loopholes. So much so that there is this report from the US Immigration and Customs Enforcement, which states Indian corporation pays record $34 million fine to settle allegations of systemic visa fraud and abuse of immigration processes. Now, they deny any wrongdoing in all of this, and there is no evidence that the Prime Minister has been compromised. Number 10 and Infosys are both yet to reply to our request for comment, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. I'll just say it again, Rishi Sunak doesn't strike me as a man who is kept awake at night worrying about how to solve our immigration problem. He certainly doesn't behave like one in my view. Let's turn to Labour, shall we? Yesterday, their shadow immigration minister said he wanted to get net migration down to 200,000. But it depends on the needs of the economy. Well, there you go. They'll do absolutely naff all then. Whenever they talk about mass migration being good for the economy, nobody tells you how much better will be per capita. Why? Because it's getting worse, not better. Labour says it's all about growth, growing GDP. Well, there is no way they're going to cut the immigration numbers of their own accord. Keir Starmer was asked which song sums up the Labour Party, and he chose the EU anthem, Ode to Joy. The EU's borders have the same consistency as wet cardboard. Oh, and of course, he also said that he prefers Davos to Westminster, so he's hardly Mr Britain, is he? The Labour leader in Wales, Mark Drakeford, even reportedly wanted to give asylum seekers £1,600 a month, so I think that tells you everything you need to know there. Up in Scotland, Humza Yousaf called for Scotland to lead the way and accept Palestinian refugees. None of the neighbouring countries want them, which might also tell you something. You've got this clown in Ireland, Leo Varadkar, who seems pretty content to sell his country down the river when it comes to both legal and illegal immigration, despite massive public outrage, culminating in some incredibly unsavoury scenes the other night during the Dublin riots. He then appears to use that situation not to come out for stronger immigration and enforcement or tighter border restrictions, no. He wants to rush through facial recognition technology that would identify rioters quicker and clamp down more on so-called hate speech online. I mean, this guy couldn't even say that a girl freed by Hamas has been taken hostage. He got community noted on Twitter for saying that she was lost and now she's been found. It wasn't hide and seek, mate. A load of jihadi terrorists took her when they went on a genocidal rampage. Now, when I look around at a variety of geographically close leaders, all I see is a group of people doing their best to distance themselves from a crisis as opposed to actually solving it.